Hello Summer by Joe Lindley. Spring, summer, autumn and winter were best friends. They played together all year round, taking it in turns to wear the weather crown and lead the games. Spring's games were full of joy and color. As the best friends weaved amongst the bright yellow flowers, they realized something special. "The sunflowers are almost as tall as us," exclaimed Autumn. "And you know what that means," said Spring. "It's summertime," answered Summer. The little seasons gathered excitedly under the tick-tock tree, and Spring passed the weather crown to Summer. His friends couldn't wait to play his sunny games. Whenever Summer wore the crown, the sun rose high in the sky and the days were long. Perfect for a trip to the beach, suggested Summer. His friends could have burst. "Yippee!" they cried. They filled a little wagon with summer supplies and off they went with the sun warming the way. In the shade of Shadow Valley, they took a break from their journey. "Let's play catch," said Summer, rummaging in the wagon for a ball. With a boing, Summer bounced the ball to Spring. Spring rolled it to Autumn, who passed it to Winter. "Ready?" Winter called to Summer, launching the ball into the air. But a gust of wind carried it higher and faster than Winter had planned. It looped over Summer's head and pop! It burst on a spiky branch. Summer gasped. "I'm sorry," Winter apologized. "It was an accident." Summer swallowed his frustration. "It's okay. Come on, let's keep going." As they approached Wiggly River, Autumn's tummy growled very loudly. "Sounds like it's picnic o'clock," giggled Summer. The thought of a delicious meal had cheered him up. Together, they laid the blanket out on the grass, followed by a yummy array of sandwiches, fruit, cupcakes, and jelly. But as the friends were taking their first bite, a hungry aunt joined them, followed by a stampede of greedy guzzlers. "Stop!" cried Summer. "That's my sandwich." Soon there were nothing but crumbs left behind. "It's kind to share," smiled Spring. "Grrr," grumbled Autumn's tummy. With the sun beating down on them, Summer could feel his temperature rising. Nothing was going to plan. Spring could see he was getting upset. "Try counting to 3, she said gently. "It might help you feel calmer." "I am calm," snapped Summer, clenching his fists. "Let's keep going." They weren't far from the beach now. Crossing the river with a hop, skip, and jump, the friends arrived on Sandy Side. "Let's build a great big sandcastle," suggested Winter. "Hooray!" cried Summer. In his excitement, he had forgotten the rest of the day's bad luck. Together, they scooped and sculpted the sand into a fabulous fortress. "This is the best sandcastle ever," declared Summer, as they stepped back to admire their masterpiece. "All it needs now is some water for the moat." Just then, a wave tumbled onto the beach and the moat began to fill with water. "Whoa!" gasped Spring. "Majestic!" said Autumn. But the water kept coming and coming. The sand castle was beginning to crumble. "It's too much!" shouted Summer. "Stop! Stop! Stop!" But it was no use. As the wave retreated, the magnificent sandcastle toppled into a pitiful pile. "No, it's not fair," wailed Summer, and he chased the mischievous wave. But the wave did what waves do. It turned around and chased him back. It crashed at his feet, splashing him from head to toe. Winter gasped. Autumn stifled a giggle. "Well, that was that. Leave me alone." Summer was angry. Like a raging tornado, Summer trampled the remains of the sandcastle. His face felt as hot as the sun. His heart pounded in his chest, and his thoughts were jumbled in his head. But as the tears rolled down his cheeks, he remembered Spring's advice. Count to 3. It was worth a try. 1. His heartbeat calmed. 2. His thoughts settled. 3. His face cooled. Summer wiped away his tears. He didn't feel so angry anymore. He shuffled over to his friends. "I'm sorry I shouted at you," he said. Spring smiled. "It's okay," she said. "You've had a really tough day. I know how that feels." "I feel angry sometimes too," said Winter. "So do I," agreed Autumn. "Want a hug?" Summer knew how lucky he was to have such special friends, and with them by his side, he was ready to try again.